My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Ooh, Necrobinder. Hefty tablet. For me. That's got a scythe in it, don't it? I can tell you right now that bad boy got a scythe in it, and we're gonna go through all these fights making that scythe better. And then we're gonna have to make sure that we have a secondary source of damage to take out this elite. Take 3 upgrades, pass, head to the end elite, and on out of here. Savvy? What? I told you. Do you not do that? Oh god, do people not know this feature? Okay, so you can summon any card you want into the game by simply confidently telling the game that you expect it. What, you want proof? Fine. I mean, you can't always use it for rares, though. So, like, I'm gonna get a copy of Pull Aggro. Thank you. See, you use it to shore up your defense. After you ask for the scythe. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it anymore this run. It's just a little taste. 4 additional gives us the ability to take that out. Full defense as well. I'm getting more respect for Pull Aggro recently. Let's make sure that we solve that secondary damage concern. Oh yeah, lethal. Let's go for that instead. Sleight of Flesh, Severance, and Flatten. Sleight of Flesh is kind of a damage source. Severance is probably better. Flatten, probably not. Let's take Severance. Ooh, with Severance in the deck, I really do like the idea of a Badonis Egg. I've got 4, so I'll be able to split it before the boss. Okay, let's do it. Give me the Badonis Egg. I feel like if anyone's capable of utilizing it very well, it's a Necrobinder who already has all of the souls in the deck. And wow, Severance bottom card of the deck. And I already have a Severance in this deck, so I've got some support for it, I think. Woof. That sucks. Thank heck we had so much health stored on Osti there. Sick'em, Drain Power, and Grey Blast. I'm tempted to take Drain Power just for the forgive me, but power. Bone Shards is pretty exciting here as well, actually. It solves an AoE issue for us. A little bit anti-synergistic with the fact that we have a Pull Aggro in the deck, but not that bad. I think we take that and Grave Warden, both of those also helping us shore up our defenses. We'll hatch our Badonis Egg in the first position. I really wish there was some unique, like, I've got the Badonis and you are the Badonis. I wish there was something unique that would occur here. I don't know what it would be. Hopefully it wouldn't just cause the Badonis to have more damage or something like that. Although I could also see an argument for that. You've stolen my child. Let's go with Ultimate Defend here. That under Bone Shards and drop big old Severance on him. Alright, this one's got to be Scythe. I do have 23 damage left in the draw pile. I'll drop a Defend. Swoop, Soul. Warden, Defend, and Bodyguard means I have to take no damage this turn. 9 damage. Yeah, it's pretty easy to come by. Alton Egg! Whenever you add an attack card to the deck, upgrade it. Huge! Just all of a certain kind of card in our deck are going to be already upgraded. That said, I do think that Grave Warden's significantly better. Also, unfortunately, Bird Pip would have upgraded if I'd waited to hatch it until after having this. That said, it also really helped in that fight. I think Reeve is also really good here as well. But more than offense, I need defense. Let's get the Scythe to scale by 5 every time I play it now. Tungsten Rod, whenever you lose HP, lose 1 less. Definitely Transformer card here, especially because if it transforms into an attack, it gets upgraded immediately. Transforming a curse would only transform it into another curse type card, so I'm actually not going to do... Ooh, Reaper Form. I'm going to rest here because we do have another elite, and it's entirely possible that we get like a god-awful draw there and need the additional health to get us through. Bone Shards before pull aggro. Full defense as well as some extra HP on my guy. Get him with the Scythe. So how do we feel about the presence of a secondary source of damage in the deck? I feel like the Reaper Form really helps. Everything else is flat. No scaling, right? Reaper Form is our scaling for the other sources of damage. So making that Reaper Form... Ooh. So Sleight of Flesh is really interesting in the world where you have Reaper Form, because if you play both of them, every attack now does 9 damage, because it's also a debuff. That said, Fear is 2 turns of vulnerability in a deck that has no access to it yet, and Grey Blast is pullback Bird Swoop in a deck that has no access to it yet. So I think I take the Fear. I think vulnerability as a modifier for our extant Scythe damage is going to be really important. Let's go Bird Swoop, Severance, Drain Power. I can't waste a turn here. I'm going to use Swift Pot. Sure. Unleash Scythe. Pull aggro Fear? Setting up vulnerability is pretty important here. Really wanted to have that up before Scythe, but I couldn't be certain I would have drawn Scythe at the right time. There we go. Speed Potion, 5 Dex return, as well as Happy Flower. Every 3 turns, gain an energy. I will take the upgraded times up, because it's basically with Reaper Form just double the enemy's doom. So, like, the ideal version is I play Reaper Form out early, then I hit the enemy with Scythe, doing a huge amount of damage and doom, and then I hit them with times up, basically finishing the fight. That's the ideal. That said, meeting that ideal is going to require a little bit more energy than I currently have access to. And by a little bit, I mean a lottle bit. Fire Potion versus Fear, Right-Hand Hand, and Drain Power. Right-Hand Hand, yeah, it hops back to our hand a decent amount of times, TBH. I almost feel like the other Drain Power is way too much, though. I'm actually leaning nothing here, and that's because I feel like there are better attacks that I will definitely draft, and I don't want to overdraft on my attack budget in this deck right now. I'll keep the defensive potions as well. I would love Reaper Form upgraded. It's just really hard to play in this fight because the enemy's on aggression every turn, except for in the second cycle, after the second half of the phase. Which doesn't make it that much easier. I will be popping the fish oil in this upcoming fight. I feel like a defensive upgrade is really appropriate. But that's only 3? Like, the numbers are different by 3, right? 1 more summon, 2 more block on bull aggro. And for a 2 energy card to only increase its numbers by 3, really tough. Like, Severance gets 5 more damage. Most cards get 4 to 6 more either block or damage or some combination of some effect like that. So I'm going to hit the Grave Warden instead because it's only 1 mana in order to get 3 additional block versus the pull aggro's 2 mana to get 3 additional block. This is basically the only turn I could afford to play Reperform, by the way. Thank you very kindly, game. I might be able to get away without playing Fish Oil as a result of that. Let's have a look. Let's Bird Swoop Severance draw. Damn. It's definitely Fear Scythe. Sorry, Fear Defend. I'm going to pop Speedbot this turn. Grave Warden Soul. Second Grave Warden full defense. Then Bodyguard or... Time's Up's in the draw pile. So I'm going to Unleash. So you'd have 51, and then this would do 51 more damage to you. Which wouldn't shatter you yet. Damn, bad draws for that. That's okay, I don't need to shatter you this turn. I can go for the full block. I just want 1 big attack before I Time's Up you. That's literally the quintessential big attack. Time's Up after the Scythe, and the enemy dies of Doom. Yeah. Remember when I drafted the perfect order? The fact that Time's Up has Retain and Reperform after an upgrade will also have Retain makes it much easier for us to match that kind of order. But the Scythe itself, we have less control over. Interesting. I want this to be Domain. It's harder to set up. But once I have, we're in such a significantly better position to be able to meet our energy and draw requirements. Oh, there is a disgusting possibility here. It would immediately make a fool of me for having a Bird Swoop in the deck. Something I am very, very unlikely to do commonly. If Dove offered me a Snekawai and I had to take it. Okay. I think it's Sozu. I think it's Sozu every time here. Potions are great, absolutely, but I never use them because I'm bad at the game. So if I could just ignore that for pure upside, oh baby, what we could do. Most of that was a joke. 10 block. 16. I think I have to use Fish Oil here. With Fish Oil, I've got a full block on the Bulbug in the front lines, staggering them for a turn. Great. I can Scythe. Beautiful. Finish them off. Ooh. Retaining a card does matter a lot. Does it matter more than getting a Grave Warden, possibly one of the best defensive cards in the entire video game? I have not yet been replaced. Grave Warden, defend, and Reperform here. Reperform here? Uh-oh. I mean, I'm okay if you take Bone Shards away from me. That's not the best card in the video game, you know? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them on the ground, and they die to the Doom. Dirge got a lot better with the additional energy pickup. I'll take it. And Bone Shard still. Oh, hell yeah! I love it when that happens. I forgot about that. Because the enemy stole an attack from us, returning it to the deck immediately upgraded it with a Molten Egg. Thanks, buddy. I mean, Hand of Greed is a good attack, but do I need it? Oh, no, definitely not. Especially compared to removing an injury. Fetch is a very easy draw for us, but does it really mean much to have Fetch or not Fetch in this deck? I wonder if I should save my money. I've got another shop guaranteed at the end of this line. I'll save my money. Fear, Grave Warden, and pull aggro. Oh boy. Severance draw. Yikes. Oh, that didn't get better. I'm not even taking out one of you this turn. I'm glad I've got a Bone Shards left in the draw pile somewhere, but good lord, could it be sooner? Grave Warden for defense draw. There we go. Bone Shards. If I'm going to be full defended this turn, and I am, I should take out targets who are buffing. Ridiculous that we have no other attacks in this hand, but it's okay. Thankfully, the enemies have no other attacks to hit us with. Alright, down to just you and me, Exoskeleton. Which actually, if I find... Wow. Yeah, that'll count. If I find the capability to survive through a couple of turns, I should wait until my Happy Flower is about to go off before I kill you. There's no need to be hasty about this. Exactly, now the Happy Flower is ready for the start of the next combat. Bury. I already have a 4th energy, so that's just a big bomb I can drop on an enemy. I like it. I need to set the enemy up to be dying to Scythe when I draw it. So a Unleash worth of damage will do that. And then I will Dirge, because it's the only other defensive card I even have in that hand. And then Scythe draw. Lethal. Nope. I want Invoke, but if it were upgraded, it'd be so much easier to justify. Oh, beautiful. Reaper form and a strike to start us off. So I can take out the back line next turn, but ideally we're still looking for our Scythe to be played first. There it is. That'll do it. there's the Invoke upgraded, but there's also Death March, and I do have a decent amount of draw in this deck as well. Concerning the 2 Dirges and Severance. Sorry, the 3 Grave Wardens, 1 Dirge and Severance. High 5 is also vulnerability in AoE. AoE, a little bit more access to that sounds good to me as well, but damn, I really do want the additional... Additional energy is the thing I'm missing most out of all of those. It's the thing that I have the least of and need the most of right now. Domain, get upgraded. That's going to make solving that problem easier for us as well. Rainbow Ring. The first time each turn you play a power, attack, and a skill, gain 1 strength and 1 dex. We have a lot of powers, attacks, and skills. This is Elite then Rests. The worst case scenario elites could take 30 health off of me, and in particular, that is the Flesh Cube. Okay, that's a Power Blade. Then a attack and a skill to round us out. Beautiful. Getting a strength and dex. Unleash sets up lethal on the front line with Bone Shards. Bury is also lethal. Leaving us with 1 Decimillipede. If I draw Scythe, it's lethal this turn. There it is. Game Piece. Whenever you play a power, draw 1 card. If the other Invoke was upgraded, I think I would still be taking it right there. So how much HP did I end up losing? 30, 19, 19. I really want that shop. All right, I'm gonna rest again. Full aggro, Severance, Bird Swoop. There's no way I'm leaving that turn without playing Severance. Where's my Scythe? There it is. Tuning Fork, Grey Warden, Drain Power, and Dirge. I'll take 1 more Dirge and then I think I'm done. Lantern, additional energy on turn 1 through and through here. I'm also going to take High 5, already upgraded, for a little bit more AoE support, and then leave. And it's definitely defense that I most need to shore up at this point. I'm also going to rest, because again, defense is what I need to most shore up at this point. I'm very lethal. I'm not very defensive. We'll invoke and dirge on turn 1, giving us a lot of control over our draw and play. Fierce, Severance, draw, draw. Frantic, frantic, defend. Definitely domain. Grave Warden, Soul, and then just, yeah. Oof, I was hoping for another Soul there as well. Would have triggered our Tuning Fork. Reaper Form, Frantic Escape, and Scythe. Then next turn is Time Up, and we basically have lethal off the back of that. Ridiculous. I'll do it. I don't think another Scythe is what I need. I think another Time's Up is hilarious. Can I do it? Maybe it's Domain 2, just so that I get a Domain earlier and more reliably. I just feel like it's going to be impossible for 1 times up not to already be lethal, where 2 would be. Considering the magnitude of the base scythe. Like, assume enemy 500 health, right? I hit them with scythe. That is 90 damage and also 90 doom. And then I hit them with times up, and that's another 90 damage and another 90 doom. 360? How realistic is it that I've done no other sources of damage or vulnerability or anything? Like, oh, how realistic is it that I get weakened? What if the boss has multiple health bars, Raps? Choose 3 attacks in your deck and chant them with instinct. That's compelling. Scythe, times up, times up. Okay, I do think these are gonna kill now. I do think they will now murder. Let's go on the warpath. Domain Reaper form. We just drew past the scythe with game piece. What the hell? I'm gonna big dodge so that I can try and draw back the scythe soon, please. Time's up. Time's up. Okay, I don't even need to get back to the scythe. I wish I'd gotten back to the scythe. I'll play 1 lethality. That's worth putting in this deck. 75% additional damage. In a world where I'm doing 100% additional damage. It's pretty good. Lethality, Grave Warden, then drop it up the end. That's... Oh, no, it does. Protects our max HP. Oof, this one's tougher though. 1, 2, 3. I play out 4 skills this turn, so the tuning fork triggers. Grave Warden before Soul. Beautiful. So glad that we actually managed to take all those enemies down there. Hit him with a big berry. Pass versus Wisp. Pass is 4 draw. I think 4 draw already upgraded needs to be in this deck. Page Storm, Severance, Bone Shards, Thrumming Hatchet, Pull Aggro. Of these, the only one I'm interested in would be a single copy of Defy for access to Weaken. I'm going to give you Fear, and then I'm going to Dirge. I'm going to hold both these times ups in hand. I'll play Reaper form, and then defend, and then no damage. So my goal right now is just find the most damage I can do with a single energy. Drain power, and then times up, and then is times up going to be enough? Is it a multiplier of is enough? Let's not gamble on that and just invoke Severance Strike. Then this'll definitely be enough next turn. Alright, I did forget I have a Scythe in this deck that I care about. It's so easy to forget that. I'll take a single Blight Strike. That still helps set up this situation. The Scythe, unfortunately, is already enchanted, so I can't remove its Exhaust. I can remove Exhaust from it no. Let's just get 1 damage per soul. I feel like 1 damage per card exhausted is very low, but like... it's souls, it's... it's shivs, it's so many different things that trigger it. It's dazed? Dazed triggers it? I don't need more offensive potential. I just need to cover my defense. Reperform, fear, and times up kills the front line. Laying out Dirge gives us a dex and strength. It takes some damage here. I'm gonna kill the enemy that could otherwise do the most damage in return to me. Beautiful. Ice cream! I don't think upgraded Scythe still goes in this deck. You know what? 300. I can take out 300 with the right draw. Oh boy, that's certainly part of the right draw. High five. Alright, yeah, there we go. 300. Venerable T said, whenever you enter a rest side, start the next combat with 2 extra energy. I don't need to take out another elite, and I would love to rest for as much health as I can possibly get at the end, so let's do that. By playing an attack there, I get the strength and dex. Defy, high five, third swoop, and Dirge for draw. Bury's almost lethal. I just have to not play Domain. And Scythe is definitely lethal. Cleanse, right-hand hand, and flatten. There is some appeal in taking a single copy of Cleanse just because of Withers in the draw pile, but realistically, if I have to deal with Withers in a second cycle of the draw pile against Aeon Glass, I've already failed. I do feel like almost every other elite... No, it's a little hard for me to remove artifacts. That's... If I have a big weakness, I probably do. I'd say that's it. Mm-hmm. Time to rest. Reperform out on turn 1 is about as good as it gets here for us. Mm-hmm. That's it. Scythe, and time's up. Lethal, GG. Next turn. I was most worried about Aeon Glass, by the way. That additional defend would save us some HP, but I'd also rather save the energy with the ice cream here. Domain pass. Grave Warden lethality. High five. Will aggro strike. So here's the thing, right? I need you dead this turn right now. Good thing I drew Berry, which does exactly that. Okay. play Reaper form. That's gone worse than I wanted. I'll... Bone Shards, defend, and then drain power to roll out the rest of that hand. Scythe is still in the draw pile. Ideally, I don't have to use it for lethal here, but... like, it is proposing that it just fully kills the enemy. Although so does 1 times up right now. If I could retain this Scythe, that'd be incredible. Oh, literally, is the number. Do it. Do the thing. High five. God damn. We had to draw Berry this turn? That's so rough. Okay, Blight Strike, then 88, then 264 finishes them off. Okay, GG. Oh, that was one of the most convincing Necrobinder wins I've had. All you gotta do is call your shots. That's all I'm saying. For the moment, my name, there's no post-mortem to do. That went really, really well, and I told you, I did a pre-mortem. I told you how it was gonna go beforehand. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content of the game, past, present, future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past and the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank you, and a special thanks to this episode to Corbo. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.